right, well, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the world's next mega trend. So everybody who's here right now, who came to learn about some water, I'm about to show you some miracle water, some holy water, because this water not only can help your body return to a state where your body does what it does best, which is supposed to heal itself, but also this water can make you some pretty good side money, or you can choose to make it like even more than that if you want to go all in with it. But I want to show you how like water is really changing the game for a lot of people out here in this world who are looking for a solution. So a little about my story, is a little about my background. These are some pictures of me over the years of me being with this business. Not only have we been able to grow our business to a few hundred people, I actually got to train on stage at one of our last events for some of those people too. And these are all people who are all growing online businesses, even in-person businesses, just from water. So yeah, very grateful that I had these opportunities. But it hits different when not only you get to walk across that stage and accept an award, but also helping somebody else that would have never heard about this opportunity until I brought it to them, also get to walk across that stage and accept an award for winning the same amount of income that I was able to generate. So that hits different. And yeah, this is an old picture of me. This is me back in 2016, 2017. I looked very different. I was 20 pounds heavier. I was actually a healthier weight, but I was very sad. I was majoring in 3 different majors. I changed my major 5 times because I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And then I was also super big at like penny pinching. I didn't want to spend any money, which is important later on when you find out how much these things cost. But I didn't want to spend any money. And I was paying $16,000 a semester on college tuition because in my 5th year, you know, scholarships are kind of gone. And it was 2020, COVID hit, everything went online. And I was like, I do not want to pay 16 grand a semester for online classes that I don't even care about. So my personal story, I ended up dropping out of college, and I just spent a year and a half building my first 2 businesses. So we traveled all over the US. We even went to London and back, building a really large team of around 200 people. These are just some of our leaders. I was like one of the oldest ones there. Everyone was super young and hungry. And I invested my entire life savings into those 2 businesses, which was around $15,000. But I was only earning about $600 a month. Very not great feeling. All right. And that's when I found out about this random podcast guy from Instagram. Can you believe that? I also met my husband on Instagram. You just meet people that you don't realize are going to change your life on Instagram, right? Social media these days. He started talking to me about some healthy water technology from Japan. And I was like, what are you talking about? He showed me a video, much like the little demonstration I'm going to show here today. And I was like, well, that sounds like some holy water, because he also told me how it helped his friend with her kidney disease, because she was on 21 different prescription medications for her kidneys since she was really young. And she was going to have to get a whole kidney transplant because her heart even stopped working from all the medications. So she had her first heart attack at 15 years old, and then another heart attack at 22. And it was after the second heart attack, doctors were like, you're still going to have to get a kidney transplant. And she was like, I don't want to do that. He ended up bringing her one of these machines that you see over here. And she just started drinking different water. She didn't really believe anything was going to happen because she was like, I drink Fiji. It's supposed to be the best stuff out there. You know, don't have nothing on my Fiji. But 3 months of her just changing her water, she actually went back to the doctors. They did scans of her kidneys and found out that her kidneys actually tested like they were normal. They were like normal sized kidneys. They weren't looking like dried up prunes about to snap off any second anymore. And even her heart was now working for 1 person instead of 2. So that's when the doctors were like, what did you do different? Because 3 months ago, you were supposed to get a kidney transplant. And she was like, I just changed my water. And so they didn't really believe her, but they're like, okay, well, whatever you're doing, apparently it's working. So just keep doing that. And so they took her off of all 21 prescriptions. And for the last 9 years now, that's the only change that she's made, is drinking this water. So she hasn't had to take a pill in 9 years for her kidneys or her heart. Yeah, so I was like, well, that sounds like holy water. I want to do this, but I heard the price of the machine and I was very focused on building my other business, even though it wasn't really going anywhere. And I told him, you know, it would be really cool if I could make money with it too. And then he showed me how I can. And then I was like, all right, I'm in. But health-wise, This was back whenever I went through a medical malpractice myself. I was prescribed medication for something I didn't have. And that's when I lost 20 pounds in 6 days. So I had to get rushed to the ER. I had just come out of like an endoscopy procedure and that. I look really messed up. But yeah, I spent another $15,000 trying to find a solution to the medical malpractice that happened to me. And now, yes, I get to drink better water. I actually got to detox my body the very first night. So I started you off, Wendy, on the 8.5, which is the lowest setting. I started myself off on the 9.5, which is the highest setting. And so I was detoxing very heavily, and I got scared for a second. But Ryan told me, it's okay, you just started too high. But I was able to detox from all the acid buildup in my body. And then within a few months, my machine basically paid itself off from the people I was also referring, and then I got commissions from the company every time I made a sale. And now I've just been traveling, working anywhere I want since 2021 when I got into this. And then we also got to meet in person with some team members. It was so fun. And then we also teach people how to make social media sales, because a lot of my sales come from online. So we teach people how to make an online presence, a brand. And then, yeah, that's it. So let's get into the water. So this is not a new phenomenon. This is stuff that's happening already in the world naturally that the earth creates. So there's these, have you ever heard of like fountains of youth? Fountains of youth, okay, yeah. So there's actually 6 fountains of youth all over the world where the water is not polluted. And these are thousands of people that come to fill up at these living water sources. They travel to come and fill up every single time. Like there's thousands of people that line up every day just to fill up this water. And it's like, why are they doing that just for water? Well, scientists came together and they found out that there was people living in these areas. They were living longer, there was less disease, and they were just looking way healthier than people who weren't living in these areas. And they found out it's because an abundance of active hydrogen was in the water. Have you ever heard of like hydrogen water? Yeah, and it's like a rage right now. Yep, so they found that, and that's when the scientists came together and they invented this company called eNagic. So it's based out in Okinawa, Japan. So this is our company. So here's like all the machines. There's some ISO certifications, if anyone's familiar with that. It just means it's very, very high quality. Like in order to send a satellite into space, you're required to have one, and our machine has 3. That's how high quality it is. So these are plates that are made inside of the machines. They're platinum-coated titanium, surgical grade, medical grade plates. So it's actual medical equipment that's used in over 300 Japanese hospitals. So it's very high tech. It's actual medical equipment, not just an average ionizer that you can get on the market. And there's offices in over 20 countries, and we keep growing every day. So this is the machine, makes different types of water. And we say that there's like a 35+ year life expectancy on the machine. You don't have to buy another one. They don't ever break down. There's no moving parts in the machine to break down. It's just plates. So if you keep the plates clean and take care of your machine will take care of you. So it's a one-time investment, and then it lasts you for like your whole life. It improves your health. There's no chlorine, no plastic to worry about in that. It's super simple to install, hooks up on your faucet. And there's also a 5-year warranty if anything were to happen. And it makes all these different waters. And the one you're drinking right now is the Kangen water. You can use it for drinking, coffee, tea, cooking. Then there's a clean water you take with medication, safe for babies. Beauty water, which is great for your skin. And I have some on me if you want to spray some beauty water. So it's like a toner, you know. I went from like a 3 to a 4 now, okay? Yes. And every time I run out of toner, I just fill it up at home. Yeah, I literally just filled this up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like the little...
They're so cute. Yeah, I just bought it at one of the events. Yeah, so there's that one. It's great for wrinkles, psoriasis, eczema. And then there's also the strong Kangen water setting with 11.5 pH. Removes pesticides from produce. You can use it as a degreaser, cleaning in your kitchen. And then the strong acidic water, which is the 2.5 pH. You can use it to disinfect anything in your house. It kills 99.9% of all germs and bacteria, including E. coli, salmonella. Use it, it's just water though. So if like kids were to get into it, it doesn't harm them. It's just water. And I want you to be able to smell it too. So I brought some. So this is just from my house. It's a strong acidic water.
Oh yeah, I've got
Just take a little,
it smells like chlorine.
a little whiff of that. Yeah. But if this was really dangerous for us, then like I wouldn't, like if this was like a Clorox or like a bleach, I wouldn't be able to just like spray it in my eyes and be okay, right? ah, it burns. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so it's just water, so it doesn't hurt or anything, but it does kill all those germs and bacteria. And they use that in the medical hospitals, like as part of the medical procedures to clean the surgical equipment. And you can't just clean surgical equipment with just stuff that doesn't actually kill the germs, right? It's surgery equipment, but they use that to clean that. So we're gonna go over these little experiments today on what makes it so healthy: antioxidants, alkalinity, and the cellular hydration. All right, so what do we know about antioxidants? Like if you cut an apple and you leave it out overnight, what happens? Oxidation, yeah, it starts to turn brown. And it's like even the air that we breathe is slightly acidic, slightly oxidizing our bodies. So our tissue over time, you know, it's like when we come out of the womb, we're like a plump grape, but then we leave, go back to the earth, and we're like a raisin because the oxidation over time. And you'll notice here, this is a chart. This is the oxidation to reduce, potential to reduce oxidation. So ORP meters that can measure if it's in the positive, it's aging us faster, and it's causing more inflammation in the body and wrinkles, that kind of thing, like sports drinks. Bottled water even is dead water, tap water, sodas. And then you want to be consuming more antioxidants. So like green tea, vitamin C, cod liver oil. We know these things are healthier for us. But then actually with this water, we found that the reading on that machine on this water actually ends up being in the negative 400s, 500s. I've even seen it like negative 700. And I'll show you right here too. So this is the ORP meter here. Okay. All right. So ORP meter. So if it measures a positive number, then it means that it's aging us faster, it's oxidizing us. When we put it into a liquid, then it measures that. Even the air, you see how it's like a positive right now. But if it's a negative number, it means there's antioxidants in that. So first we have some soda, good old-fashioned soda. And we see soda is testing to be like a positive. Can you guys read it from over there? What does it say?
226.
Yeah, positive 226. All right, very acidic, very oxidizing to us. We have Gatorade, sports drinks. All right, sports drinks went down a little bit, Still positive, but it's like 150s now. All right, what about bottled water? This is bottled purified water. Oh, it actually went up. Positive 200. All right. What about Dasani? Anyone here still drink Dasani? It's kind of outdated now, yeah? Yep, positive 200, don't want to drink it anyway. What about Zen water? Save our oceans? Went down a little? Yeah. Still a little positive. We have Essentia, so bottled alkaline water. Okay, it's still like 200. It's going down slowly. And then we have the water that you guys just saw me fill up here from the machine. The Kangen water. And so it turns into an instant negative. And you saw how like all the other ones were fluctuating just by like 10 or 15 points. This is like logarithmic difference. So you can't eat enough blueberries in a day to get the same amount of antioxidants you can in 1 cup of this water. Because 1 cup of this water has more antioxidants than 4 pounds of blueberries. Crazy, right? Wow! Somebody say wow backwards. Okay. So we want to be eating and consuming a lot of antioxidants. Great for inflammation and all of that. And where's the evidence? You might be looking at that, you're like, okay, you showed me some numbers on a screen. What is that supposed to mean? Well, here's 2 gentlemen here. They're both same ethnicity, they're both Japanese. But this guy on this side, I want you to first guess how old you think they are. Just guess their age.
40s and less. 60s and
Have you ever seen this picture? Oh, okay, fun.
I would say like 40, 50, and then the other one's about 60, 65.
Gotcha. Well, they're actually both the same age. So the only difference, if you can guess, on this side, this is actually the president and CEO of our company, Mr. Oshiro. He's been drinking the water now for 40, almost 50 years. And then this one on this side, he's the U.S. business advisor. He's been drinking it for only 10 years. And in this picture, they're both 70 years old. Yeah. Amazing. Right. His hair and everything was all different. So let's do another little test here. So what do we know about too much acidity in the body? Why we don't need to be drinking carbonation and stuff? It's because acidity in the body leads to sickness, inflammation, disease, aging, whereas a more alkaline environment is more promoting health, good health. And this was actually discovered, too, by Dr. Otto Warburg. He won a Nobel Prize in 1931. He didn't discover the cure for cancer, but he discovered the root cause of it. And he discovered cancerous tissues are acidic, whereas healthy tissue is alkaline. So we'll come over here. Here I have some pH drops. And these are going to test to see on the pH scale what's acidic, what's alkaline, because we want it to show up as a purple, a blue, more alkaline. All right, so I'll put a few drops in these. So we have soda. No surprise. We knew that was going to be pretty acidic. And then we have, what about sports drinks? Athletes drink that stuff, right? So sad. It's like all the top professional athletes are actually not drinking this stuff. They're dumping it on their coaches because no nutrition coach or anyone is going to be telling their athletes to drink something that's going to cause inflammation and cramping and injury in the body. Then we have bottled water over here, just purified drinking water. It's looking a little around this area. Still slightly acidic, which is kind of concerning because it's bottled water, you know. And then Dasani, okay, no one likes Dasani anyways. We have Zen water. Okay, so Zen water is looking a little bit acidic neutral-ish around this area. And then we have bottled alkaline water. Okay, it's looking alkaline, you know, that looks pretty okay. And then we have the Kangen water. Beautiful purple. It looks like a rainbow, yeah. All right, so people look at this, they're like, what's wrong with the Sencha? Like bottled alkaline water, it seems pretty okay. I mean, it's testing alkaline. But if you turn it over on the back, why does your water have an ingredients list? Why does it not just say water? You'll read it, it says like sodium bicarbonate, dipotassium salt, like all these big complicated chemical words to read. And you know, sodium bicarbonate, also known as baking soda. So it's literally like you're drinking Dasani with some added baking soda. And then, yay, alkaline water. But nobody wants that. So yes, this is a big difference here. But let's say that you are drinking stuff like Zen water, for example, and you changed your water. What happens to your body? Your body is smart. You give it what it needs, it will heal itself. And it'll go from like a more acidic state to an alkaline state. That's why when people drink this, they have a detox very quickly. So same here, even if you're drinking Dasani, there's hope. There's hope for you. And you have this one too. Your body will heal itself. It will alkalize itself. What about Gatorade? Gatorade? There's like no change at all. For sure, don't want to be drinking that stuff. And we should know the same with soda. All right. And you would say this is already pretty diluted, right? This has already been watered down. But I just want to show you guys, if you take away anything from this whole demonstration, is to stop drinking this stuff. Because even though this is watered down soda, let's say your body's alkaline and you take one sip. You're like, oh, I just want a little sip. I want a little sip of soda. Your body, one sip of soda. And then one sip of soda. One sip of soda. One sip of soda, even with the pure Kangen water. One sip of soda. Instantly acidic. So, yes, just must stop at all costs to drink this stuff. And I know, because I would drink liters of this a day. Hi, welcome in. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Latoya.
Hi, Latoya. Who invited you?
I seen a post on Facebook.
Oh, really?
And someone sent me, I think his name is Jeff Hanna.
Jeff Hanna? Do you know?
Yeah, he sent me this, the lemon water demonstration flyer.
Oh, Oh, that's neat.
Can you see the who sent me? Oh yeah. Oh, friend.
Yeah, that's who I was on the phone with when I walked in. I didn't
Okay.
need to-
He's your friend, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, nice. Well, welcome in. Yeah. All right. So you did this little part. All right, now we're going to do a test on hydration. Is your water actually hydrating you? Do you notice sometimes when you drink a lot of water, you get like this bloated feeling and it's sloshing? And it's like, why is my water not hydrating me? And sometimes you even feel like I'm still thirsty, even though I drank like a whole pint or liter of water. Well, this is going to make a lot of sense for you once you see this. Okay, let's do a little bit here.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to.
Oh, what happened?
So I'm gonna do the balance test.
You want to do a test?
The balance test. Maybe you
The
never
pH
see,
test?
Yeah, maybe you never see that before.
Oh, okay, I want to see something new.
So that one is proof that the body, the water work in the body in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
You can see the difference because we have the gas
I
here.
can't wait.
So can I invite you a cup of water? Okay.
Oh yes, come drink
So
some
can
water.
you help you cross your finger, put behind you. Okay, just relax. Okay, I'm gonna push down a little bit. You lose the balance, right? Right. I'm gonna try again. And you still lose the balance. Okay. And now you're gonna drink this cup of water.
That 9.0 or 9.5?
It's a 9.5.
No.
And we just wait for like 30 seconds. And when we're waiting, you can do the T test and everything.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. I never knew about that. All right, so as we wait for the water to hit her whole entire body, you're gonna sprout wings or something.
A little bit clearer, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it just feels like things are opening up.
Wow, sounds like Jennifer.
Yeah.
So here we have a green tea bag. So we're gonna do this test here to test and see how hydrating our waters actually are. So for example, let's just take for example this regular bottled water, and we're going to pour some and make tea into this cup. All right, did it make tea? And why is that? How do you make tea?
You gotta warm it up.
Exactly, you have to warm it up, and this is not hot water. But why do we even have to warm up water in order to make tea? Why do we have to make it hot? It's because this tea bag is not able to be penetrated by this water because the water is too big. It's not able to get into the tea bag because we're just using a tea bag as an example of like our cells. So if this water is too big to even penetrate this tea bag, what makes us think drinking this water will penetrate our cells, which are much smaller? Okay, so let's try again, but with our water here, and you're gonna feel it too with the balance test. And let's make tea.
Wow.
That's instant green tea. And can you verify this is not hot water? Not hot?
Yeah, that's
Not hot? Pretty cold? Pretty chilled? Oh yeah? But it made instant tea, right? Like how is that? How did that even happen? I know some people look at this and they're like, oh, it's because the tea bag was already wet. What are you doing, you scammers? All right, so we're just gonna take this same tea bag and we're gonna do the test again. Pour some of the bottled water, like the tea bag's wet. There's no tea. Nothing came out, right? But the tea bag was already wet, just a little bit. Okay? Instant tea. Pretty crazy. That's why when people take like their pre-workouts, their supplements, you're actually just wasting all of your money on these hard-earned supplements and the pre-workouts, all of that, because the water you're taking is diluting everything that you're drinking. Whereas this water enhances it, everything it touches. Yeah,
So I can do a little tiny bit test, okay?
yeah.
So example, I have 2 cup, empty cup right here. Are you guys taking vitamin, thing like that? Okay, supplement vitamin, right? So I'm gonna put a little bit of vitamin on the same cup, okay? And you buy vitamin and you take what?
water one?
We ran out of water. Here, I moved this.
So you buy very expensive vitamin, right? And you're taking with what? With water, right? Like the water you drink every day. So we just make it lighter, not much, right? But now we have Kangen water. And you can see that it's the same vitamin, okay? But instead of this one, you just whatever in is gonna come out. You're wasting a lot, all the vitamin, right? But if you use the Kangen water, it's gonna break down the vitamin and bring to every single cell of the body, make it worse. So that's why it helps absorptions, dehydrate the body. So can I borrow you again?
Yes.
Yay! She drank it. So now let's see what happened.
Before you step back, right? You feel it out very easy. How about now? Come on, enjoy all
Wow! That's crazy!
I'm sold.
Wow!
Where do I sign up?
Yeah, that's awesome. Nice.
I love this. I love this.
Wow, I love it too. This is great. Yeah, so that's that. So your body will only absorb about 15% of regular water, but it's literally 6 times more hydrating with this one. And this is actually Japan's most famous doctor, Dr. Hiromi Shinya. He invented the colonoscopy procedure, very like a non-invasive procedure. And he actually diagnoses his patients and has them drink this water before they even come in so that they detox. And this is going to be a little bit graphic, so just they're actual pictures of the colon of some of his patients. So this side, we have a 45-year-old female with breast cancer and chronic constipation on the top, and the bottom, a 65-year-old male with prostate cancer. 3 months was their treatment, 3 months of drinking this water. And this is what happened. Top is same person, bottom is same person. 3 months after the treatment. Wow. Very much wow. And then we also have the strong acidic water too, that the machine also makes. You can spray it on like eczema, psoriasis, and then add some beauty water over it. After a month, this is what ended up happening. So your body will heal itself when you just give it the right resources. And now we're gonna do another fun test, the last one. Okay, last one. And this is going to be really interesting. Does anybody here wash their produce with tap water?
I put some tap water, baking soda, vinegar, a bunch of different stuff depending on what type of food it is.
Gotcha. So mixing some of that. I gotcha, yeah. So we'll do a little test here. So I brought some tomatoes from Kroger tomatoes. So just so you can see what happens when we're washing our produce. Okay. Hopefully the person who invited you guys told you there was gonna be like a meal. Yeah, we're gonna feed you. We're gonna make sure you eat. All right, so we'll put some here, make it a little even. All right, so we're gonna do what most people do. Wash the first one with tap water, which I think is just here. Yeah, this is tap water. All right, so tap water on this one. And then on this side, we're gonna use the 11.5 water that the machine also makes to wash this one. All right, and as these soak, just so you guys can see what's happening, so this one was the tap water, this one was the 11.5. I'm going to show you now, it feels like a magic trick, right? Magic show. Some sesame oil. All right. So we're gonna pour a little bit here and a little bit here. And what do we know about oil and water? They don't mix. Exactly. So just use some water here. That's no surprise. We know that since like grade school, that oil and water, they don't mix. It's just like a fact of life, you know, oil and water. All right, oil and water, they don't what? Anyone ever seen oil and water mixed before? Right? It's crazy. So crazy, right? I saw that and I'm like, wow, oil and water mixes. So it's just very strong alkaline water, but it's just water. Very strong alkaline water that was able to break down and totally emulsify the oils. That's why when people drink this stuff who have like diabetes or excess, like maybe they're obese, they're able to shed a lot of their fat because this water totally penetrates their cells and detoxes them like crazy. So now that we've seen for ourselves what happens when you mix this with oils, I want to show you now. Here, 2 more cups. Let's see what we were able to remove. All right, because what do we know about oil and water and when it comes to pesticides? So pesticides are actually oil-based. So it makes sense if we wash our produce with just tap water, it's not going to really remove anything because the pesticides are oil-based. And I'll show you here. This was the tap water one. Let's see what we're able to remove. Looks the same as when I put it in, right? Just like regular water, right? What about this side? They soaked for like the same amount of time. That's not green tea. That is pesticides. And we are literally eating this every single time we are not totally and completely washing our produce. Like, would you drink this? Would you? But you're still feeding it to your family and you're eating it every day. Crazy, very crazy. So we want to stay away from all of those pesticides. Oh,
We taste that?
which? Oh yeah, taste test. Yeah. That's right. Here, taste test, guys.
No, we're not tasting that one.
Just to try it. So this is the one that was, just so you can see the difference. This was with bottled water.
It
feels kinda
dirty.
Yeah, that's
tastes
the,
weird.
that's
It
the.
just feels gritty on the outside.
You wanna just
No.
feel it?
It's like, no.
She's
no,
like, I
take
saw
one.
that already.
Only because I love tomatoes.
Okay. And then this was the one that we just rinsed with the 11.5. Do you notice a difference?
This one is
Yeah, I
sweet
taste
and more
it.
crunchy.
Yeah,
And the other one is soft and sour.
it's mushy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it made it crispy or, you know, like just made it
Mm.
firmer.
Mm.
So I can try the one on this.
Yeah, you wanna
Maybe that
try?
looks better.
It tastes like tomatoes used to taste when I was a kid.
Wow, that's good. The ones without the pesticides. Of course, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We don't want to be consuming pesticides because, I mean, this guy's in a full-on hazmat suit and he's spraying the pesticides on this stuff, but yet we're eating it. It's crazy. So you really think about what is your family's health worth? So after everything you've seen today, it's only a one-time investment for the entire family of $49.80 plus tax and shipping ends up being around $5,400 forever. So you have that one-time investment and it gives you a machine that lasts you for life. And if you do the math on that, that's only, let's say it only lasts half the time, like over 25 years. That's only 55 cents a day that you're spending on water. Plus it's tax deductible, which is great. You know, we love tax deductions, yay. Yep. And they're super easy payment plans too. So if you have great credit, you're able to finance them for as low as no money down. We have different financing options. And then you're paying about $55 a month with no interest. And then even if you don't have that, but the company itself will still finance you, even if your credit is a 100. Like if it's really bad, they're still like, I want to make sure the world has one of these. They will finance you with just a down payment of less than 50%. So it's around $1,300 down, and then you're paying about $180 a month for 24 months. And then after that, you have it for life. It's really great, really affordable too. Great plan. And then these are some other celebrities that are on the water. One of my friends actually sold 6 machines to Conor McGregor. Yeah, he drinks really good water. And then 4 machines to Dana White, my other friend. We have Tom Brady on this water. We got Steph Curry on this. All these people drink this water. And it makes sense as to like why they look so young and they just look the same over time. Yeah. And so now we're going to get into the business side of things, which is great because who here, if I had a free machine, like if Tim was like, here, you take my machine home, who would want that? Yeah, let's go. Same, right? I'll take one and put it in like another bathroom or something. So it's pretty great. We're going to talk about how you can actually get a machine potentially for free with the referral program. Yay, we love making money. Okay. So this is what ended up happening. We were inspired, okay? Because I know a lot of you guys who are watching this right now, you've seen everything. You're like, this is amazing. The world needs to hear about this. Everyone should have one of these. We were inspired too, to spread the awareness. Because probably after this, you're going to go and call up a lot of people and be like, you need to see what I just saw. Because you just don't know. Because people just don't know. And so it's up to people like us to go out and tell people about this. We've literally been blessed with this opportunity to share it with the world. So what we ended up doing, we shared water with friends, family, coworkers, shared a lot of info. We invited people to demos like this, sent them videos, helped other people invest into their health, and then some checks would come in the mail a few days later. Every family helped. We get paid for as well. And this is why it's doing so well as a business, is because bottled water is the #1 best-selling beverage in the world. It outsells beer, coffee, boba, tea, all of that. It outsells everything. And then 380 million tons of single-use plastic water end up in landfills every single year. So they're continuing to pollute our planet. So people are waking up to the fact that we can't keep buying bottled water. It's just not sustainable. And the scary truth about bottled water, microplastics, carcinogens, leading to cancer. There's more than 5 grams of microplastics that are ingested by the average person on a weekly basis, which is about the size of a credit card. Pretty crazy. And there's cancerous chemicals all over that. So bottled water is not helping. Not helping whatsoever.
Will this water help get rid of the microplastics that we've already got in our body, or are those like forever chemicals that we can't get rid of them?
The PFAS, you mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think it can.
You see the tea bag?
Yeah.
You can take out the tea on the bed. You take out the toxics from the body. They call detoxification. Help cleans out the liver.
Yes.
I have experience. Mine.
Detoxing all of the in your body. And this is also what's happening right now too. It's called a paradigm shift. Because does anyone here remember Blockbuster?
Oh, yeah.
What happened to Blockbuster? Why are they not around anymore? You can't find any more stores. Everyone's buying Netflix. They get a Netflix subscription. It's because they weren't able to keep up with the times. There was just different demand. They weren't able to keep up. They went out of business. And so a lot of people also with hotels and motels are moving over to Airbnbs, even like renting out Airbnbs or investing into that. Taxi cabs, now people are more on like Uber. It's just more convenient. And so the same exact thing is happening right now in the world with bottled water. More and more people are looking into getting a water source of some kind, right? And so this is gonna be the kitchen appliance of the century. Like everyone in the world, once they find out about this information, everyone wants one. It's just a matter of like, how are they gonna get it, you know? It's like you hear this stuff, it's like, how can you not want it? So in the next 10 or 20 years, I can totally see like a lot of people in the world that are gonna be having these machines. It is my most used kitchen appliance. I use it multiple times a day. Because I don't know about you guys, but I plan to drink water for the rest of my life. Every day, every day. And the reason why it's such a big mega trend right now, if you think about alkaline water, hydrogen water, it's like a trend thing that's happening right now. But we were already ahead of the wave. But what's really cool is that less than 1% of the whole world even knows that this water exists. So this is already a great marketing time to get into this. So you see Essentia, alkaline water is already like on the uptrend. And if you think about like headphones, does anyone here have AirPods? Wired headphones? Wireless headphones?
I stopped using them years ago.
Yeah. Do you have wired headphones?
I have the old school headphones, but I haven't even used those probably in 2017.
All right. Yeah. So that's exactly the point there with everyone who is not using AirPods or wireless headphones, about 50% usually when we do demos, like 50% of the room has them, 50% doesn't. In the next 10 years, we probably won't have any wired headphones because that's just the way that the world is moving. We're moving into getting out of that. So same thing with bottled water. So now is the time to get ahead of the wave with this. And this is what happens in traditional marketing. So you'll have a company that pays out all these different people. So the manufacturer, manufacturing reps, retailers, sales reps, all the way down to the consumer. And if you own your traditional business, you have to pay out salaries, you have to pay out commissions, overhead, percentages, profits, advertising, employees. You have to pay all that when you own a business. But what's really cool about this business model is that instead of having to pay out all of these different people, those marketing dollars go directly to the independent distributors and their families. So like us, So we become the mouthpiece for the company, and everything is word of mouth. We are the marketing, so that's why the company is able to take all that money and pay us really big bucks. You can get to that point. Yeah. And has anyone ever heard about Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the cash flow quadrant? Yeah, so basically, if you're on the left side, the goal is to get to the right side if you're looking to get to financial freedom. So you have employees, that's when you have a job, you clock in and out of work. You know, you have your coworkers, you answer to a boss. That's when you have a job, but you don't really have flexible hours usually. You might get paid like 6 figures a year in a job, but it might cost you a lot of time. So you have to keep trading your time for money. So people start up their own businesses. They want to get out of that rat race. They're like, I want to start something of my own. And then they move into the self-employed quadrant, which is basically you now own a job. So for example, if you do like hairdresser or barbering or nails, you open up like a little side business, or even like Uber, you still own a job because you have to trade your time for money. You have to physically be present at that job or that side business to make money. So you're not making any leveraged or passive income yet. So the goal to get to freedom is to move into the right side of the quadrant, where now you have like a business owner. As a business owner, you own a system that works for you. So that's like leverage and passive income that you probably hear people talk about sometimes. It's like, how do I get there? So you have a business when you have a system that works for you. It means it's making you money whether you're there or not. And that's the goal, to make money in your sleep, right? Wake up and there's money deposited into your bank account. How nice would that be? Yeah, and then once you have earnings from a business, you can then invest it, make your money work for itself, and then just multiply it. Is anyone familiar with MLM?
Pyramid scheme.
Like you're familiar with this model, right? Where you go and recruit your 5, recruit your 5, recruit your 5, that kind of thing. So I'm familiar with it too. I used to do that. My first 2 companies were this model, but I found out with this business, it's actually not structured that way. It's structured just like real estate. So in real estate, because we get a lot of questions of like, oh, it sounds like one of those things. Well, I know from experience it's actually not. And also the compensation plan is different. So instead of getting paid based on volume and recruitment, you get paid per sale, and you make commission on every time somebody in your organization also makes a sale. So you get paid per sale, and you're now going over and down. So, you know, like in real estate, you have a real estate broker, and a real estate broker, like for example, let's say they have 5 agents on their team, and all those agents are making sales on houses or even at a car dealership. Every time that agent makes a sale, they get paid, but the broker makes override. So same here. So let's say that if you had 5 agents on your team that are all making sales on houses, you're making 5 passive streams of income because they're making sales without you, because you make override, which is what we train people to do. So this is how it works. For example, let's say you get your machine. Let's say Margarita here, who has a machine, she is like, okay, Wendy here wants to buy one too. So like, let's say when Wendy gets her machine, Margarita will make $340 because that's her first sale. Or let's say that Wendy knows somebody and she's like, I think Latoya, right? Latoya will also want to get a machine. And Latoya gets a machine. Then you also get $340. So you make 2 sales, and then on your 3rd sale, you actually get a promotion. So the company sees that you're making a lot of sales, you're doing them a lot of revenue. They're like, here, I'm going to start paying you more in commission. So now you're making 2 points of commission, so you get paid double. So you literally get a bonus of like, or like a double raise, you know, like you get a raise of like, now I'm making double. And then whenever you make 10 total group sales, so this could be like you made 3 sales and somebody in your team made 7, or you went out and made all 10 by yourself. Whatever you want to do. I like leverage. I like to teach people how to do it so I can make money in my sleep. That's really nice. And then they also become independent and teach other people to do the same thing. It's multiplying. So 10 total group sales, you get another promotion. And now you're making $1,020 on every single sale that happens. And that's only 10 total sales, right? So that's like, let's say that you made 3 sales, okay? And then let's say Sally over here went out and she was like, I know so many people that need this, and she makes 7 sales in her first month, which is totally possible because I made 8. So she made 7 sales, you made 3, you rank up to making $1,020 on every sale. It doesn't stop there. Pretty nice. let's say total of double, like total of 20. Now you get another promotion. Now you're making $13.60 per sale. And I also want to touch here with this one, just to show you the power of like leveraged income. I was actually on a flight coming back from California, 10,000 feet in the air. I have no way to make any type of sale on my phone because there's no cell service. I land here in Atlanta and I get a notification on my phone once I take it off airplane mode and all that. And it says, congrats, someone on your team just made a sale. And I was like, oh, turns out someone on my team in my 3A franchise lane, because these are franchise lanes, he made a sale, he got paid, I got a check for $1,020 from something I didn't even know who bought. I was like, this is nice. This is great, paid for my whole trip and some. Nice. So there's a lot of power in that. I was like, it felt really good. I didn't have to work and trade my time for money to make $1,020. Like at my old jobs, it would take me like 2 weeks to make $1,020. That's crazy. You just part-time or something. All right, and then once you get to 50 total group sales, you get another promotion. And now you're making $1,700 per sale. And then it goes all the way up to 6-point agent, where you're making $2,040 on every sale. And that only takes 100 total group sales. And if you remember, I told you my first company, I had a team of 200 people. I was only earning $600 a month. I could have hit this rank twice here and gotten paid out way better. So it's definitely powerful. And just to show you the power with this, once you get here, it's always fun, especially when you get to the comma club, you start making more. Once you get here, let's say you sell to your friend Ben. Okay, Ben, in his first month goes and makes 5 sales. Okay, you just sold one time to Ben, but Ben went and made 5 sales in 1 month. Ben, since he's brand new, he's gonna get paid $340 on his first sale, $340 on his second sale. He ranks up $680 on his third, $680, $680. So he gets paid 5 times. But since Ben is in your 6A franchise lane, you're gonna get paid $2,040, $2,040, $2,040, $2,040, $2,040 on all 5 of Ben's sales that you had nothing to do with. Now you can say wow backwards. Yeah, pretty incredible. And most people, you can definitely get to this rank. Like I got here in 2.5 years, Tim got there in 6 months. It depends on you, you know? So everyone has their own path in getting there. But this is such a doable thing to like happen. And then it's a lot of fun too because you're training people up on it. And then once you hit 6A too, maybe you've heard in other companies, you D-rank if you don't have enough people resubscribing every month. It's a one-time purchase with this product. So once you rank up, like let's say you get to 2A or 3A, and you don't have anyone buy from you for like 10 years, 10 years from now, if someone wants to buy, you will get paid the same amount that you would have gotten paid 10 years ago. You don't ever D-rank, no D-ranking. And once you hit 6A, you can open as many 6A franchise lanes as you want. It's kind of like opening a McDonald's, you know? It's like, okay, this McDonald's, this McDonald's, this McDonald's, they're all making sales. It's like, nice, and you're just racking up, you know? So it's really, really amazing. And then there's a retirement program with the business too that I'd like Tim to come out and talk more about. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm quite lucky when I know the machine. I purchased the machine about over 5 years ago. And started working on United. First, I just buy the machine and use it for my family as a user because I do the other things, right? And I refer a couple of people, and I got a good feedback and they purchased the machine, and I got the first check like $340. So I'm so excited. You know, the first time when you're holding it in the hand, you put it in the bank and you spend it. It's real. It's not scam. It's not anything. And then I working for 6 months. I became 6A, right? And by last month, I just achieved the title of the tour, right? So now, you know, the baseline is 10 grand per month for life for 3 generations. Like if you can pass for the next generation. Yeah. Okay. So I assume what he say? You're gonna make from $340 to $2,040 for each machine, depending on what level. And they say if you dream. You dream big, right? So my dream is every single household in the US buy the machine for me. How about that?
That would be great,
right?
from you, yeah.
Because 99% of people out there still drink bottled water.
Yep,
right?
yep.
And not like you start drinking canned water. But 99% out there still drink bottled water. So my dream is every single household in US is over 130 millions. People gonna buy a machine from me. So I'm gonna get somewhere from $340 to $2,040. That's my dream, okay? And you can dream it too, right? Why not, right? So I got some checks today. You wanna open it?
Yes, I want to open your checks.
Yeah. And get the title. Okay. I wanna say that's new for you.
That's so cool. You brought your checks fresh
So,
from the
they all
mail.
look new, fresh, and on envelope and not even open yet. It's delivery today.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Use the little
Yeah, just
cutter.
like that. But the matter,
Just do the.
the matter is what inside.
He's like, what's inside?
Yeah, I'm so excited to share with you.
This is so
What inside? I
cool.
don't even know what the number is.
Ah!
I can help you check.
Isn't
Oh, you want
Oh.
Oh, I just did the side.
Oh,
Popped it down.
What's that?
This one is $7,788.
wow?
What's
That's a
that?
good one. That's a good one.
Where's your $50,000 one? Is the one I want to
Oh
see.
no, it's not coming yet.
This was just $3.90, but hey, $3.90 is good.
$390?
Mhm.
Oh, I
Oh, wow.
disappoint.
That's a,
Look at you. Go ahead.
that's for, I don't know.
It just says for 3,000.
3,000.
Whatever.
Okay, it's some kind of artwork. I don't know what it's for.
Some extra.
Let's go ahead and put it in my bag.
1,500.
What was that one?
1,500.
How much is that?
Okay,
Oh,
now
this is
3,000.
For 3,000.
Wow! Wow! You're a rich
This
man.
was $1,240.
1240.
1,500.
And another 800.
800.
Yeah.
So in one day you made how much was that? Like 10 something thousand.
That's 15.
Yeah, 15. And then you have 7,000 and your 3,000.
1,500.
Yeah, 1,500.
I don't know.
340.
I don't even know what the number come from. Okay, the last
You
one.
don't know
He was like,
what-
I don't know who
It's just
bought.
money.
He's like, I don't know who
I
bought.
just
Okay, it's 570.
570.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Oh,
Does
wow.
it tell you like on the check below or no?
Yeah, it tells you like
Yeah, it tells
buyer.
you.
They're gonna
Or
show
like a
the
group
reward, and
award.
you're gonna receive it. You can put the bank and you can spend it.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay off the machine if you want to.
Yeah.
Well, you financing, right?
Yeah.
You pay like $1,300, right? And you
Mhm.
pay like supposed to pay
I
like
pay it.
180 per month. But when you make the money, you just pay it off,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's what I
And-
do.
You actually only purchase machine one time
Mhm.
all the life. I only have one machine, and the machine is produce so much money and make me freedom, like real freedom. I don't have to work for anyone for 7 years. I don't have to, I can wake up at noon.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I can. And just dream big. Every single people in Georgia buy the machine from you. Example like that.
Mm-hmm.
And how many household, and you can time it for 340 to 2,000. It's gonna make you the true freedom. Like example, everyone having cell phone, right? When you buy the cell phone from Best Buy, T-Mobile, Best Buy get the cut, right? And the friend like it, they go to Best Buy get the cut, you get nothing. The
Mhm.
same thing, you buy the machine, the machine ships straight to the friend's house, and you get the cut instead of Best Buy. So you're getting better, not Best Buy,
Yeah.
right? You replace Best Buy.
Replace
Yeah.
Best Buy.
But Samsung and Apple don't let you do that, right? They have to work with Best Buy or in many brand. It's a little people like us like no way, no door, right?
The little people.
But the Enagic give you an opportunity to become a partner with Enagic, and you can make the money back from the machine, and you can make a fortune, and then make the money for life too. I have an income $10,000 a month lifetime for 3 generations. So just like you win the lottery, right?
Mhm.
You get them, annuals, monthly all the time. That's the best thing I love. And the machine have a different version, okay? So they even have a more affordable, the cheaper one, which we not recommend much, but they still have the starter machine, like down payment like $800, $1,000, something like that. And the best one is the K8. But in our system, we say if you hate someone, okay, you sell them the Junior 4.
It's
You know why? We say if you hate someone, you
Oh,
sell
hate
them
someone.
Junior 4. If you love someone, you sell them the K8. You know why? Because if you buy Junior 4, you're gonna regret it, and you're gonna spend money again to buy the K8. Because this one is double better than this one. But actually, for myself, I don't have money in at the beginning, so I bought this one. I upgrade myself to KN. I give this one to my mom. That's a good, okay solution, right? But anyway, I send another case for my mom already because
Yeah.
So you can
What
you
is
can.
the difference?
This one is Junior 4, it means it have a 4 plate of titanium inside, and K8 it means 8 plates.
Okay.
So literally
more is
double.
better.
Okay.
So the water you're drinking is from the K8, so that's why you were able to so fast.